This is Tommaso Ciampa. You're listening to WNS Podcast.
You are now listening to the official Wrestling News Source podcast. For all of your information, go to WrestlingNewsSource.com or check us out on Facebook by searching WrestlingNewsSource.com or WNS Podcast. You can also find us on YouTube, Twitter, Stitcher, and iTunes by searching Wrestling News Source Podcast. Now being broadcast in over 45 countries, here are your hosts, Daniel Herron, Tyler Abear, and Doug.
That's right. What's up, everyone? I am Daniel Herron.
I'm Tyler Abear.
I'm Doug.
And we welcome you to episode 282 of the official podcast for WrestlingNewsSource.com. For all of your information, go to WrestlingNewsSource.com. Check us out on Facebook, WrestlingNewsSource.com. You can find us on Facebook, WNS Podcast, on YouTube, WNS Video, and on iTunes, Wrestling News Source Podcast.
I believe we're on Stitcher, Beyond Pod, and Player.fm. Just search Wrestling News Source Podcast just to find us.
The podcast is on Twitter at WNS Podcast. Daniel's at WNS_Daniel. Tyler's at Tyler_Abear.
There you go.
Underscore.
You feel like the intro is a little stale?
Stale?
Yeah.
Do we need to freshen it up a bit?
I don't know. I'm asking. I feel like it might be a little stale.
Do you want him to do the Twitter and you do the Beyond Pod, Player.fm?
We need to talk about this and we'll freshen up.
No, man. We're a professional podcast. We do our production meetings on air.
That's right. Professional.
Yeah, very professional.
Yes. So anyways, welcome to the show.
I can say fuck anytime.
Yes, you can. So welcome to the show. Got lots to talk about as we come back from our week off, our vacation. We've got some feedback. Feedback. We're going to talk a little bit about UFC, some Impact talk we're going to do as well, Raw, Hot Topics, Q&A, and we're going to hopefully have a very entertaining WWE mock draft that we'll be talking about a little bit later on in the show. So, okay. Well, then maybe just Tyler and I will do it then. Unless you would like to participate, Doug, in which we would love for you to.
We'll see.
All right. We'll see how you're feeling by the time we get there. And we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. So, welcome to the show. How you guys doing?
Aight.
Yeah?
Doing all right.
You hanging in there?
Yes.
Good deal. Your hair's kind of crazy. As is mine. I need to go get a haircut. So
that's what you get when no
air
conditioning.
Yeah. Let's all get haircuts together.
Where
do you normally go?
I get a Regis.
Regis? Oh, so you pay a little more.
I guess.
Yeah. Well, Regis is sort of
Regis
higher price.
What do you guys pay for haircuts?
I pay like $15.
What?
Yeah.
What do you pay for a haircut?
15.
What?
Yeah.
Damn.
You're paying like in the mid-20s, huh?
I pay in the 30s.
Dang, son. Yeah.
Dang.
I don't go to barbershops though, because they always when I go to. I don't mean to like generalize all barbershops, so take it easy.
You're just sick of the quartets.
No, I'm. So take it easy, barbershop guys and girls. But every time I go to a barbershop, it's always some old dude who doesn't know exactly what I want and just kind of does whatever the fuck he wants, and I like not about that. So I don't mind paying a little more to go to someone I'm like more comfortable with, and I like periodically have to like get a new person, but for the most part, I can like.
How do you know? What do you normally tell them you want?
New Hitler.
No, right now I'm just doing like super short on the sides and long on the top. But I don't know. I don't think they would. I don't know. I've had problems in the past trying to transition between hairstyles and like getting like majorly fucked. So the thing about places like and again, I don't mean to generalize all the people that work at like chain salons.
Every single person who has ever cut hair.
But from my observation of like chain salons like that is they get a lot of people like sort of out of
touch.
I guess like out of the haircut. What do you call people who get their degrees in like
or like the cosmetology and
yeah,
all that?
like I think they employ people who are a little more recently out of like cosmetology
hair
school,
cutting,
and so they're like a little more hip to like what like someone. I'm not a young guy, but I'm not like an old guy, so I'm like sort of they're a little more hip to maybe what I want. So I find it easier to go to places like that.
Okay, that's fair. Tyler, where do you go to get your hair cut?
A little style on Avenue H.
Cool.
And the girl that cuts my hair, she's pretty cool.
You always get the same person?
Yeah. She went to school with Daryl. You know Lindsay? No? Okay.
No. I do not.
She's pretty cool.
Nice. I go to Sports Clips, so I go to a chain, and but my haircut is very simple. I just tell them I want a 4 on the sides and then kind of shorten it up on the top.
4,
like a 4 guard, like the buzz cut. Bzz, you know, I just tell them give me a 4 on the sides, kind of fade it up, and then just anything like.
4 is so long for a shave, though, isn't it?
Not really.
Because like sometimes like for a while I was doing like a 2, and I was like that's a little too long, but like a 2, my 2 seems like the same size as your. Maybe I'll get a little tighter.
Well, I haven't been to get a haircut in about a month and a half. So it's been a while. So
I'm going for long hair.
What I'm saying is my whenever the guard I asked for seems the number's lower, but it seems longer than what you're saying. Yours seems shorter, but you're saying your guard that you asked for is longer. So I don't know.
Or maybe ask for a 2. I don't recall. I just remember that I asked for it really short on the sides, shorten it up on the top. And the cool thing about Sports Clips is that they save your information so that if whoever cut it last time isn't there, they have you on record. Hey, here's what you got last time. Do you still want that? And you go, yeah. And they sit you down and they do it the exact same way, and you're good to go.
God damn, every time I go to Regis, I got to give them like my email and my phone number again. It's like it's like they're always updating their system or something.
We need your email. Give me your social security number.
No, the last time I went to Sports Clips, it was like, have you been here before? Yes. Okay, what's your name? You tell them your name, and they go, okay, do you still want this? Like the way that it was cut last time? I say, yeah. And they say, okay, so we'll be right with you.
So you don't have like a specific person?
Mm-mm.
Like I don't like getting a new person that I've never gotten before.
Just because the way that I do it is just so simple, it's kind of hard to really screw up. And I just want it short, so I don't style my hair unless, there's like a wedding or something that I have to go to. And even then, it's a 50-50 shot of me stylizing it. But, I just tell them, hey, shave the sides, trim the sideburns up, and then
I think
cut
you
a
tell
little
them,
short
hey,
up top.
I want to look cool, so do what you have to do.
No, don't really tell them that.
See, I'm trying to do more like a grown out mohawk on the top that I don't like spike as a mohawk, but is like a little asymmetrical because it goes a little higher on the side. Like I don't from the part over, like I just shave it all the way up to where the hair gets long.
Mm-hmm.
So sort of like what a variation of like how Simon Gotch does his newest style.
Gotcha.
And I don't know. I just don't want anyone like fucking. Not that I look super cool, but like. I'm at least okay with like what they're doing to it, so like I don't want anyone to fuck that up. Yeah. So I get really like leery of getting a new person, so I always get the same girl.
I'm growing my hair out. I want long hair.
No.
Yes.
So like whenever I'm like having a crazy work schedule and it's hard for me to like match up with her schedule, then my shit gets longer than I want.
I would recommend Sports Clips just for that simple reason, because they'll already know what it is that you're looking for. And
I can't go to Sports Club. I just can't do it.
Hey. You don't have to. Just
I put a pole around your head.
This is like me, I know this is me stereotyping the type of person who would work at Sports Clips, but I feel like if I go to Sports Clips, they're gonna, I don't know. I just feel like they're not gonna be like knowing what I want, even if I tell them. Because I have a hard time. Like, another problem I have with getting a haircut.
You ever bring like a picture in of like, hey, here's an example of what I'd like?
I feel self-conscious about bringing the picture in because they're like, hey, you're not that guy. You can't pull that shit off. I was like, I know, but like
shut up with you and your rainbow hair. Silence. I will have none of that.
No, see, that's what I look for. I want someone with like hipster or like crazy looking hair. I'm like, they probably know what the fuck to do to my hair.
Yeah.
Yeah, my the girl cuts my hair, dyed her hair like red.
Yeah, that's, I mean,
Like
dyeing your
bright
hair
red.
Like Eva Marie red.
Sometimes I think it's darker now.
That's like pretty. Dyeing your hair colors is like very common these days. I wouldn't even consider that. I'm looking for like a punky or like a hipster haircut out of the girl. Usually women that are in there that like I'm looking like if I go in and someone has like a sort of like a more like crazy haircut than the rest, like I'm hoping I get the one with the crazy haircut because I'm figuring like they're into hair enough to know maybe what I'm like wanting. You know what I mean?
They're like, hey, what happened to your hair? Oh, I've been practicing this whole thing where I cut my hair with fire.
Cut my
It's
hair
pretty
with fire.
experimental. That's a legit thing. People actually do that.
Do you do the picture thing?
No.
Have you ever?
I have before.
The what thing?
What I did is I had a picture of myself, and I was like, "Hey, this is how I want to look," because it was from like a wedding or something. I was like, "Here's a picture from whenever I looked really nice." You know,
hey, here's the picture when I'm flexing.
I've never heard of someone doing this is what I want, but it's a picture of them actually of themselves.
What better way to show what it's going to look like than to
here's
have a picture taken?
Your reasoning is rock solid, but what I'm saying is that's still wild to me.
Like they always bring in the magazine of their favorite celebrity. I'm like, no, this is how I've looked, and I'd like to look like that again.
See, I feel like everyone does the aspirational, like this is what I would hope to look
I
like.
I want to look like Brad Pitt,
but you're like, this is what I actually look like. Just do this to me.
Yeah,
that's
it's like
it's not crazy, but it seems crazy to me.
It's crazy enough to work. That's what it is.
It's not crazy at all. It's crazier to do like what everyone else does and show like aspirational pictures.
Yeah.
Like yours always seems crazy because it's like the least crazy that no one does it.
Like who brings a picture of themselves in going, hey, I think I looked good in this picture. Can you do it?
No, it's not about like, I don't know. My mind is blown. I never heard of that.
Well, see, there you go. Maybe you ought to take a couple pictures of
this
yourself.
picture looks good. Don't mind if my shirt's off. Just like I want.
I'm for sure never going to do it. I'm just saying.
So with that being said, let's get into the show.
Let's talk about haircuts.
Let's talk about hair, man. Wow. Okay, so we took a week off, had a nice little vacation, I guess you could say, and it was interesting, I guess. One thing that we missed that occurred, I guess before that, we should go ahead and talk about our feedback. We have one little bit of feedback. Sorry if we don't get to all of it, because some of it I felt was dated. In pertaining to last week or the week prior. But we do have some feedback. It's coming from Michael saying, you guys are the best. This podcast is always so much fun. Keep up the great work. So thank you, Michael.
Oh, thanks.
We appreciate it.
Thank you.
And for those of you who are listening on iTunes, if you have not done yet so far, feel free to give us an iTunes review and we will most certainly appreciate it. So with that being said, let's talk about something that happened over the course of the week that we took off, that being Final Deletion. I know, Doug, you seem pretty excited about this event that took place on Impact Wrestling, so I'll let you kick things off. What did you think about Final Deletion, Matt Hardy versus Jeff Hardy?
I was way into it. I really liked it. I thought it was a good time. Like, full disclosure, I did not see the entirety of Impact. I only saw the Final Deletion just because of time constraints, but I felt compelled to, see how they were going to finish this thing off. So, I don't know. I thought it was, like, really well done. I actually had a conversation, a short one, but a conversation with Seth, I guess, via Facebook Messenger, where just because I changed my profile pic to that, like, the
drone.
Yeah, the drone, like projecting Matt Hardy or whatever. And I guess I used the phrasing that I liked it non-ironically. And he said that that's the phrasing I used. And I stick by that. And he said that he thought that it was only possible to enjoy it ironically. He's like, he liked it, but he felt like you could only enjoy it ironically. Mm-hmm. And I guess that I guess there's some like conversation is around what is the intent, and I guess personally I thought the original video, the whole like piano and all that stuff was like going back a few weeks or however long it was.
The contract signing. Yeah,
I felt like that was, and again, this is all out of context because I'm not watching the programming week to week. I just saw like the video that blew up and then Final Deletion that blew up. That's my
same here.
Yeah, so I thought that maybe originally they were trying to do like something they thought was sort of like cool and arty, and they saw the reaction that it got, and then like Final Deletion was a lot more self-aware. Like they sort of like, I may be completely wrong about this. They may have knew what they were doing from the start, but I thought the first video was them like trying to do something different. People like flip, like the reaction being like, this is cool because it's sort of bad, or because we don't know if it's bad on purpose or not.
Right.
And then now they're sort of in on the joke for Final Deletion. Is like my opinion of how we got from
Yeah,
it.
especially since they were showing like EC3 and Rockstar Spud reacting to the videos, and they're like, this is the stupidest thing I've ever seen. And
I didn't see him react to it.
Yeah.
They did like 10, 20 like reaction videos.
Really?
They just like showed it to people and recorded like how they reacted to watching it.
Oh, yeah, they're really aware.
But, I mean, maybe they planned this all along. It was just not the vibe I originally got from the first video, and the vibe that I got from Final Deletion was we saw how people reacted. We're in on the joke now. We're sort of playing along. I could be completely wrong. There are people following it a lot more closely who probably have a more on the nose like perspective of what happened. But I don't know. I thought it was like, and the reason I said to Seth that I liked it unironically is because I didn't think I get to like something ironically, you have to know that it's bad and like it anyway. I think maybe my reaction to the original video was an ironic liking of it, or because I didn't know if it was intended to be well made or not. But I don't think the Final Deletion was bad. I think it's fucking crazy, but I don't think it was bad. And I think there might be maybe this is me trying to like over intellectualize the whole thing, but like I think there's a difference between bad and crazy. And I think it was crazy, not maybe bad. So that's where I land on it. So I stick by I liked it unironically or whatever. But I thought it was cool. I mean, I applaud them for doing something sort of out of the box. It got a ton of crazy buzz. I know, like, if you have an internet connection, it's passé to say, like, internet wrestling community now, but if you're a wrestling fan with an internet connection, like, P, you were talking about this shit, like, after it happened.
Yeah, it got people talking, no doubt.
And I heard that, I don't know. I hope that it brought some people in to, like, retry the programming as a reward for trying something so out of the box or whatever. I heard, from my understanding, is Matt, it was like a huge, like, it was basically like his baby. Like, he was like sort of like,
just let me do this one thing.
Yeah, sort of like the catalyst for it all, is my understanding. But yeah, I don't know. Like, I stand by that. I thought it was a hell of a lot of fun, and I hope that they benefit in some way for trying something so out of the box, because WWE could never. I mean, we'll get into would they ever, but they can never. They can never do this in the same way that TNA did it.
Right.
They would never do this in the same way that TNA did it. And for that, like, we spent so many years talking about TNA, like, why don't they try to be a true alternative? Why are they content to be WWE light when you can't out WWE the WWE? Why not do something weird? Why not do something different? Why not give some people an alternative? And this is the kind of stuff that, like, you know, makes you feel like an alternative to, like, the WWE, and I would applaud them for doing something different out of the box. I know some people may say that this was like I know. First of all, I think like the overwhelming majority of the reaction that I've seen has been positive to it. I think most people liked it.
I didn't read the comments on the video.
I think there's sort of a split. Like,
really,
I saw a lot of people going like, "This is the worst thing TNA has ever put out." Like,
no,
this is indications that TNA is dead.
There's a lot worse. There's worse things than
there are a lot worse things, but
I'm
just saying that there is that side of the comment section that I have seen.
I'm going to flip that opinion on its head, and I'm going to say this is the single most interesting thing TNA has ever done. And whenever I say that, I'm talking about, like, you can go all the way back to Samoa Joe getting headbutted by Kurt Angle. I'm going to say this is the single most interesting thing. Doesn't necessarily mean it's the best thing they've ever done,
but it's gotten people talking.
It's the most interesting thing they've ever done for certain. And I think another thing I'm going to say is, if you approach this as critiquing this as you would critique a wrestling match, I think you're coming at it the wrong way. It's not kayfabe. In kayfabe terms, it was a wrestling match, but it's not a wrestling match.
Right.
So I think this is way more akin to like a Lucha Underground vignette. This is way more like PJ Black fighting motorcycle dudes with nunchucks than it is like a wrestling match, right?
Yeah.
And so I feel like if you're going to come at this the right way, you critique it as a vignette and not as a wrestling match, even though it was quote unquote a wrestling match. I don't think it was a wrestling match. I don't know. I'm talking a lot. What do you guys think about it?
I enjoyed it. No, I think it's interesting. It's the most interesting thing I've seen in a while. But I haven't watched TNA in a while. But I still feel like I disagree with the Kurt Angle thing. I like the Kurt Angle and Samoa Joe.
I don't say it's technically better. I say it's more interesting.
Okay, I do see the point. Yeah, there is a difference. But no, there's a lot of stuff that, like I said, it's not a wrestling match. I like all the goofy stuff that is said and done in there, and Willow popping out of nowhere. And then after he gets beat, that was the senior
Benjamin.
I heard that was Rebby's dad. Senior
Benjamin's
is Rebby's dad.
Oh my god.
That's what I hear. That's what I heard.
That's cool. King Maxwell. But no, I liked every part of it though. I mean, the cheesiness and all that stuff.
Wonderful xylophone.
It's dang good, and I think that the Hardys doing this, it's helping TNA, and it's caught a lot of people's eyes. I can't talk. A lot of people. You know what I'm trying to say. I can't talk.
Here's my opinion that I'm sorry, you say.
Oh, I was just gonna say. I agree with you, Doug. You have to applaud TNA for at least trying it. Yeah, it's like, dude, our ratings are going down.
What the fuck did they have to lose?
Exactly. It's like, you know what? Why not? Let's do it. And in some form and fashion, whether it was their intent or not, to make something like that, the way that they did, it got people talking. It got a lot of people who have not watched TNA in a very long time to watch it and follow the story. And that's, in wrestling, that's what's most important, is to keep people interested and keep people coming back. I watched it. I thought it was cheesy, but it was funny. From the very start with the birthday party and all that, I was cracking up laughing.
I mean, no doubt it was batshit, but
yeah, it was. I mean, it was insane.
But in the best way.
From the oh shit, it's a dilapidated boat. I mean, it has its quotes, it has its moments.
My favorite part. Okay, let's talk a little bit about the favorite parts, because number one, Jeff Hardy's ridiculous landscaping was fucking awesome. And my two favorite parts probably were when the drones show up at Jeff's house and he's like, oh, hell no. He was so fucking serious about it. He was so he played it so straight. And my other favorite part is whenever Matt was convinced he killed him with the fireworks or whatever. And then he goes, because he's doing his over the top the whole time, and he gets real straight
oh shit.
He's just oh shit.
Jeff's like, damn right, oh shit.
Yeah.
I liked when Matt was laughing and he was on a lawnmower and he was running over Jeff's cymbals.
I love that they're in this crazy weird blood feud with all this crazy shit going on, but they live next door. They're like, meet me on the property line.
Just the graphics from the drone with Matt Hardy's projected head, it was just ridiculous. I don't know if you guys caught it, but I went back and rewatched it, and
I saw it twice.
the part where it's at the end of the match, and Matt is handed the candle, and he lights the whatever in flames. Did you guys see Matt Hardy catch on fire?
No.
It ignited where he was lying down, and he rolls off, and you can see the smoke just pouring off of his hair. Wow. So it's definitely worth going back and check. Fire. Where he was, it all went up. I guess he was supposed to be a little further down from.
So are you talking about the whenever they he did that move to him and they were in that grave?
Yes. Yeah.
I was surprised his pants didn't catch on fire because I thought they were pretty close.
Yeah. Well, there was a trail that leads up to the tombstone or whatever, but whenever it ignited, it went down.
Yeah.
So Matt was in the middle of it instead of further away from it.
They did some cutting.
No. You watch him
I don't remember.
He catches on fire. It's right at the end. I mean, he catches on fire. He rolls
a different
out.
Angle, sort of.
Yeah. But it was nuts. It was this thing. I mean, like you said, it you got to applaud him for at least taking the chance, and it got people talking.
That was the end of it then, right? Or they're gonna
Jeff's done. My understanding, it's a very limited.
He's been deleted.
Jeff's done.
Yeah. I mean, for TNA.
Yeah.
He may be going to.
Maybe. But
Awesome.
from my understanding, he's gone. I thought it was like really cool and really fun and really entertaining and really interesting. My reservation about it is that they'll try to like overdo it like going forward, and I don't know that this is like a pace you can keep up with. I think if you try to like sort of redo this, I don't know that it will work. In fact, I'm probably convinced it wouldn't work again. So I don't know. I have a little bit of reservation about that, but I do intend, with work slowing down a little bit, and by the time you hear this, I've already aired, and actually TNA comes on the night that we record. But I hope to
For now.
Yeah, for now. It's going to Thursdays and the 21st or something.
Yeah, the same week that actually next week it goes moves to Thursdays.
Yeah, so I hope to catch it when I get home. And but this is what I would say. You said there were some people that said this is awful. This was the worst thing they've ever done. This is signs that TNA is true. To me, I will accept people that say that this is like way too wacky for them and they want like a true sports build and blah 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 and all that stuff. Fine, I will take that opinion, but to me, if you have that opinion, then you can't tell me how Bray Wyatt is cool. Because if you just want pure sports build, I understand that this thing is a little more wacky than the Wyatt stuff, but not by that much. To me, it's as believable these two drugged up crazy brothers
Finally lost their minds.
finally lost their fucking minds than it is anything Bray or the Undertaker. If you buy into the Undertaker, to me that's the same thing. To me, you can't be like, well, it's cool that the Undertaker can teleport and like whatever, and then be like, yeah,
Set things on fire with lightning bolts.
Matt Hardy's a drugged up crazy rich guy. He probably could buy some drones if he wanted to.
Yeah.
Is it that much more of a stretch than like Bray Wyatt or the Undertaker or Kane or any of that shit? To me, no. So I understand it's a little more wacky, but
It's the Vulcan 1.
yeah,
Version 1.
Vanguard
1. That's
I
what it
think
was.
someone said they misspelled it.
They did.
Okay. Maybe they put the Vulcan one. But to me, I understand
Vanguard.
that it's not like apples to apples, but if you can't deal with the outrageousness of this and then can tolerate some other outrage, if you like Lucha Underground, if you like The Undertaker, if you like Bray Wyatt, to me it goes hand in hand, even though it's a little more wackier. To me,
It's a little more animated.
yeah, but still, I mean, like, if you want like pure sports build, then I can't have you talking about like the other stuff too. I mean, that's not a cogent argument to me to
Yeah.
like say one or the other. But I don't know.
And the
Whatever.
fact that they added music to the match and all that is just, it's just wow.
I was way into it. Like
Yeah.
I mean, whatever. I don't know.
Prepare the battlefield.
For Massacre.
Massacre. That's right. And how did Senior Benjamin become Willow? That's beyond me.
Crazy
Anyways.
Willow power.
Yeah, that's right.
Same reason Willow wasn't wet when he came out the water. I don't know.
Yeah, that was some strange editing
Willow the Wisp.
there on that part.
I think it was wacky like that on purpose. I mean, do you remember when Hardy missed the Swanton out of the tree and then went for the pinfall anyway? Like he was the one.
Yeah. Yeah, like, what?
So what the hell?
What's going on here?
Yeah, all kinds of craziness. So,
I thought it was good fun.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's
I agree.
enjoyable. I might not watch much other than that from TNA, but it got me
You're
watching.
going to watch more.
I don't know. We'll see. So,
I thought you wanted to change the theme of the podcast to mostly TNA centric
Yeah, we're going to phase WWE out.
oh, are we?
in honor of Broken Matt Hardy,
Oh, I don't remember.
the best gimmick in wrestling.
I don't remember that conversation.
Yep.
I must have been.
You were playing on your Pokemon Go.
I must have been drunk or high or something.
You're playing Pokemon Go.
You're playing Pokemon Go.
Your face is playing
Doug's
Pokemon
not
Go.
playing. That's for certain.
Nope,
He hates Pokemon Go.
sure do.
He's Team Rocket of Pokemon Go.
Nope,
You're not? Not Team Rocket?
I'm nothing about no Pokemons.
Blasting off the
fuck
speed of
it.
light? All right. Well, let's talk about...
I
Chicks,
don't like
man.
Pokemon,
Not chicks,
and I
man.
don't want to hear about anybody having a good time with Pokemon. I just want to destroy everything that people find joyous about it.
Oh. Well, that's not good. What if people want to destroy all the things that you liked?
They can't because I just phase them out. Like I just live in my own world. It doesn't matter.
okay.
It doesn't matter to me what other people think of the shit I like.
So we just need to phase you out, or
Probably. Fuck. Most other people have. I don't know why I'm even here. It's your own fucking faults.
interesting. So let's talk about
Chicks, man.
not chicks, man. UFC 200. It took place this past Saturday as we all got together to watch the Brock Lesnar fight.
Bork laser.
Bork Laser, yeah, went to town on Mark Hunt.
What's his name?
Mark Hunt. So, any thoughts on
I
the?
don't get the joke.
He's wanting me to say something that's inappropriate.
Say his name correctly.
I did.
Oh.
Twice. So anyways. So Doug, what did you think of the UFC 200? You don't necessarily have to take it match by match, but mostly because we're mostly talking about it because of the Lesnar fight.
Yeah, I mean, overall, it was a fun enough time for me. Lesnar match wasn't pretty, but as a fan of Lesnar, I will take the W.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, I think they sort of rolled the dice
Yeah.
by letting him do this. So I think it paid off. They won, but to me, it's weird because I don't know where they go from here. In terms of like, is Brock gonna fight again, or
I'm sure he will.
That's what a lot of people say, so I don't know.
See, to me, it's like the longer it goes on, the bigger the gamble, because you're like
Yeah.
gambling on him being like a badass, and if he loses, then it hurts him. I thought it was a huge gamble to announce an opponent. I thought it was a huge gamble to even announce him for SummerSlam before they knew.
Well, they want to capitalize on what's going on.
Yeah, but if he gets his ass beat, or if he loses, then, or if he gets hurt enough to where he can't compete, then
If he lost, then they could play it up as Orton, talking, smack, we lost. Oh, it's gonna be easy pickings. I don't know.
yeah, to me that's like, 'cause to me it's like, why? I don't even know why they're doing this match in the first place.
There's no
I don't know
reason.
why. I don't know why you bring Orton back to lose, because at this point Lesnar has to win that match.
Yeah.
And I don't know why you bring Orton back to lose. I don't know why you bring Orton back from injury to
Go up against-
to go against Lesnar, who seems to give the least amount of fucks about his opponents.
Oh yeah, for sure. And what did he say before the match? Like when they interview him, he's like, I don't care what I got going on later on. I'm focused on this match and all that.
I just mean in terms of like protecting his opponents, I think he gives the least amount of fucks. I
Yeah.
think he'll just throw dudes
He'll
around.
throw, all the suplexes and all
What's
that.
that story
Dude,
that
think
came
of the
out?
suplexes with Orton landing on his shoulder.
Well, it's probably for the best if they get away from just doing the suplex matches.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, I don't know. He's still pretty gamble to come back from that big
Yeah.
injury.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. But no, I totally enjoyed it, the whole thing. You know, even the what's it called, the preliminary
Preliminary.
and all that stuff, and all the matches on the pay-per-view. And it is weird to see them promote WWE stuff.
It was very surreal
on there
to see
check out the game.
Yeah, the video
then they
game and the
got-
SummerSlam promos and all
Who
that.
did they get to announce the game? Or it's like, was it
Chuck Liddell.
Yeah.
Chuck Liddell was like, oh, check out WWE 2K17. I'm like, oh, weird.
It's not that weird. It's sort
I
of
know
like
it's cross promotion, but I mean,
and it's sort of their way of getting like a popular UFC guy to put over Lesnar, so the hardcore MMA purists don't shit on Lesnar, like the same way that they tried to usher Roman Reigns in by bringing The Rock out to like lessen how
Yeah.
people would react. It's sort of the same principle to me. It's like if you're an MMA purist and you despise Lesnar because he's a pro wrestling guy, then you give like an MMA legend to like give him the rub, be like, hey, check this guy out, he's cool,
Well-
whatever, you know. Same principle.
I've read certain articles and stuff, and also stuff that they said that Brock Lesnar said that WWE, like before all this, WWE wasn't like supportive, or they weren't gonna like promote it.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I read and heard. But and then you see WWE on Facebook promoting the hell out of it.
Yeah.
Not too much on Raw or anything.
No.
But then, I mean, it's still pretty cool. I was surprised there was any WWE superstars in the audience, and they didn't show them anything like the Undertaker.
Would have loved to have had Paul Heyman introduce him in the ring, in the octagon.
Well, it was weird to see him come out to Enter Sandman.
Yeah.
I thought maybe they did some deal and he came out to his WWE music or something. I don't know.
He's probably like, no, I'm not coming out to that. Like, I want to come out to my own choice.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, hey, they gambled and it paid off. So, props for them.
They said it was
don't risk it
unanimous
too many more
vote,
times.
right? 3 rounds, but the second round was kind of iffy.
The second round went to Hunt for sure.
Yeah, but they were saying it was unanimous 3 vote. That's what WWE was saying. I was like, of course y'all gonna say that. I mean, I'm pretty sure he didn't win the second.
It was
second
unanimous that all 3 judges picked Lesnar as the winner.
But it was not unanimous that he won all the rounds.
Right.
It
I
was
thought that's
unanimous
what they
among the
meant.
judges that he
I
won the
thought that's
first
what
and
they
the
meant.
third round.
It was like 28-26 in every account, or 29-27 or something like that. So yeah, interesting stuff. So let's talk about Raw, not chicks, man. The second to last Raw before the draft happens next Tuesday. Yes, next Tuesday. Looking forward to it.
We're moving a day back next week, right?
Yeah, starting next week, we're going to be recording the show on Wednesday. Normally, we record Tuesday nights and then release the show on Wednesday. But now, because of SmackDown going live, we'll be recording Wednesday and releasing on Thursday. So mark your calendars for those of you who get used to us, airing the show on Wednesday. You'll have to wait one more extra
Airing
day.
it out.
Air it out. That's right. So this Raw, I felt.
Well, before we get into Raw, do you want to talk a little bit about bracketology? Chronologically,
Sure.
It came first. I mean,
Yeah.
did you guys see bracketology?
I did.
I mean,
I
just
saw
like-
certain ones. Like, okay, what are you talking about? Like, I saw them on the internet videos, and I saw certain.
Well, they released it as like one long.
Oh, I didn't
production
see
Oh,
that.
did they split it up on like YouTube or something?
Yeah,
on the network, on the WWE network.
I saw it on the network like as one show. I don't know what you
Yeah.
guys are talking
I
about.
That's
saw
what I
on
was referring
YouTube as different videos.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
What were like impressions of the presentation?
I thought it was pretty cool. I liked it. The fact that they're talking about each of the participants, giving them a little bit of background about them, and say, hey, here's what you need to look for in this guy. I thought it was well done.
And that's how they should do it. It's like you're gonna have like a big tournament with all these guys. There's a lot of people in the WWE universe don't know any of these people, or a lot of them.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's a good introduction, and I thought it was enjoyable for the things I've seen.
I just like that it was like such a different presentation than, because to me, like they have so many hours of programming, and the way to make the programming seem like must see, and this is really something that I hope they take into account with SmackDown, is to make the shows feel different than the other shows. Like this felt like a more, any storylines they set up were like about the guys' like actual lives and stuff. Like they sort of presented them like straightforward, and they sort of, okay, I don't know much. I mean, I don't follow sports, but I understand they do bracketologies for some other fucking sport. I don't know. I don't care. Don't write in and tell me.
Fake stuff.
Don't tell me I don't give a fuck, because I'm not going to watch it anyway. My point is, like, they sort of, I guess they tried to do like the real sports build for this shit. And so to me, that's a welcome change of pace, because if you're going to give me so many hours of TV to watch every week, then make them feel like different. Make them feel different. Give me a reason to watch the show that is not just more of what I'm already getting from like the other shows. So I appreciated that. Also, I thought Brian and Morrow were really good together. I thought they played off each other well. Like Morrow sort of like sets Brian up like really well, and
He's a professional.
I like that. I thought it was weird that Brian's buddies were the guys they got to do like in studio stuff. Do you think that's like a production decision where like these guys will be candid with each other, or do you think it's like Brian like having some stroke around the place now?
How'd that go down? I didn't see that.
Well, like Kendrick was like in studio, and they're obviously really good buddies. They talked about how they had their first match ever together. Brian's like, I hope this guy. He's like, I want this guy right here to win. Like he like he played a favorite like right out there. He's like, this is the guy who I want to win it all. We had our first match together. We trained together. And then even TJ Perkins, like he was like, yeah, I've known this guy for a long time. Like basically,
He's been wrestling longer than I have.
the guys that Brian was friends with were the guys who did the real sit down.
Ibushi?
Well, Ibushi is not great on the English, so and just because I think they wrestle, I don't necessarily know that they're friends. I just think that they've wrestled. So, but I thought it was weird. I didn't know if that was like a decision where like these guys like will have chemistry and be candid because they know each other well, or if it was like Brian's like he has some stroke and he'd be like, put the guys I want in there or now or whatever. I don't know. Would you
Probably
think
the former.
Probably the former.
Yeah. It was like, well, they probably said, okay, well, who knows these guys better than anybody? That'd be
Right.
Daniel Bryan. So,
Sure.
put them together so that they can talk and it won't seem uncomfortable or anything like that. There won't be any awkward pauses or anything like that.
Who do you think came out looking the best?
I'd have to go back and rewatch it. Couldn't really tell you. Oh, well, the one guy who stood out, I can't remember his name, but he had I think it's the Union Jack flag.
Oh, Zack Sabre Jr.
Yes. Out of everyone there, he stood out. I just couldn't remember his name or anything really about him.
I felt really bad for Brian Kendrick because he was like,
It's my chance at redemption.
he's like, they let me go. I sort of fucked up. I sort of deserved it.
Yeah.
And if I don't win this is like the story of my life. I just come up short again or whatever. It made me
Yeah,
feel
they
really
left
bad.
it as that. I was like, oh.
It's like, wow, that makes me feel bad.
Yeah.
It's got something to
Let's
fight
give it to
for.
this guy.
Yeah, so
And I like the build between Gargano and Ciampa. That was well done.
thought it was cool. I mean, obviously, by the time you hear this, the first show will already air. We're going to be obviously like a week behind on the Cruiserweight Classic stuff just because, look, man, there's a show every fucking day of the week. We have to record one day. We're going to be really far behind on one of these shows.
Yeah.
So
You got starting next week, you're going to have Raw on Monday, SmackDown on Tuesday, NXT and
Lucha Underground.
Lucha Underground. Like, ah.
They're about to wrap up, though, for the season.
Oh, yeah.
But they'll be back.
That's on Wednesday. Then Thursday, you've got Impact. Is there anything on Friday?
Well, New Japan Access, if you have...
New Japan on Friday. Yeah.
If you have, whatchamacallit?
Yeah. The
Access.
channel.
So I'm like, New Japan on Access, then I'm like, if you have, yes, Access, of course.
And then
And
Ring
there's
of
Ring of
Honor
Honor
on
Access?
Saturday.
You have
and then
access?
pay-per-views on Sundays. I do.
Doug? Or Daniel?
I do.
No, I don't have Access.
You do.
I do.
Only times I need to come over and watch it.
Okay.
You can record it.
Yeah. Although it's hasn't been like a frequent recording, or at least on my DVR.
It's every 2 weeks.
It'll say, maybe.
I think they do it in like season format though, so I don't know if it's maybe they might be off. I don't know because they're behind the current
Yeah.
product.
Yeah, they are. Because I watched one episode and Shinsuke and AJ Styles were both on there, and I'm like, whoa, way far away.
They're about 6 months behind.
Yeah. So, but
Whoa,
it was
that's
really
cool.
nice. It was really nice listening to JR
AJ
do
and
commentary there.
Shinsuke are in New Japan. They're also in WWE at the same
Yeah.
time.
They don't present it though. I mean, it's been a while since I've seen it, but they don't present it as current product.
I don't think so.
They just sort of, I don't know.
They're just
I-
like, hey, we
honestly-
got some great matchups for you
Honestly,
tonight.
I haven't seen the show since Ross took over from Morrow and Josh Barnett.
Very cool. But yeah, did you see Jesse Sorensen, one of the alternates in the Cruiserweight Classic?
I heard they brought some extra guys in case things went down, but
Yeah.
it was hard to see. I was trying to pick people out from the group shots and be like, I definitely know who that is. I know who that is, but
What did they say? Or they talk to him?
he's not like in the tournament. He's just like an extra.
He's an alternate.
Yeah, but what they said, they like showed him, right?
Well, they just showed a picture of the people. So yeah, pretty interesting. So, yeah. So let's talk about Raw now.
Okay.
Not chicks, man. I don't know. Did this Raw hold y'all's attention? Because for me, I was struggling.
This is what I think they're doing. The draft's about to come. They're about to split everybody up.
Yeah.
To me, they're just doing like they're dropping even the pretense of trying to work a story between these guys. They're just doing like this guy, just like basically even with the Lesnar and Orton stuff. They're just like these guys are fighting in SummerSlam. That's the match.
Yeah.
Like that's all you need to know. Like here's a battle royal. He's got the title shot of the bit. They're dropped all the we're gonna build these stories like because they're about to hit the reset.
Except for Kevin Owens. And
Well, that's sort of the culmination.
And that's going to end at Battleground. It's like, okay, this will be their farewell as they more than likely go their separate ways.
They may be paying off stories, but they're not starting new ones. There's no point. They're about to hit the
is
reset
Battlegrounds this weekend?
next weekend.
This weekend.
Not this one, but the next, right?
Yeah, I believe so.
Wait. It might be.
Or
I
it might
thought
be-
it was this weekend.
The draft's after the pay-per-view, right? Or is it the week of? No, it's the Tuesday before the Battleground. So it is not this
You got
Sunday,
me.
but next.
Now you got me checking things.
Yeah, check it out.
I'm
It's
positive.
back.
I'm
Check.
positive. It's not this Sunday, it's next.
Wow, they've changed up the website so much. Oh my God, just tell me when it is. That's all I need to know. July 24th. So we still have time.
That's this Sunday.
And it's not this Sunday. You were incorrect, sir.
You're
Today is the
incorrect.
12th. What?
Your face is incorrect.
That's just mean. So we're 2 weeks away.
Okay.
So, yeah. So, okay. Well, we kick things off. We have a battle royal to determine the number one contender for the Miz's Intercontinental Championship. And lo and behold, Darren Young re-debuts, and he gets the win.
That was pretty strange. I was searching through all the people in the battle royal, and he wasn't one of the people I was thinking was going to win. I was like, okay, Corbin, which would be Hill. That'd be weird. Or Cruz.
Yeah, especially since he got music. He was the only one who got music coming out. Yeah, I mean, I thought it was a very interesting way to re-debut Darren Young after the weeks and weeks and weeks of video packages, and then all of a sudden he's just in a battle royal and he ends up winning after Apollo
saw him
Crews.
in the battle royal at first, and I was like, okay, they haven't done nothing with him. He's in here out of nowhere, and it's like he's not going to win.
Yeah,
But I was wrong.
He ends up getting the victory after Corbin and Cruz battle and end up eliminating each other. As they were
It's
the
a weird
final
finish,
ones.
for sure.
Yeah, very
for sure.
strange
He was just
finish.
like, I won?
Oh, sweet.
Cool.
We're going to make Darren Young great again.
That's right. What do you think about it, Doug?
I mean, battle royals are battle royals. Outside of the Royal Rumble, where they try to tell like overarching stories, the battle royals are just basically battle royals. It's a lot
A bunch of dudes throwing each other around.
bunch of dudes piling up in the corner.
They had to get Miz to tell the situation that was going on, because it's like, hey, here's all these people. What's going on? I know it's a battle royal, but for what?
That's right.
I mean, battle royals are hard to get excited about outside of the Rumble.
It's just fun to watch a bunch of people beat each other up. So Darren Young, your new Intercontinental number one contender.
Intercontinental champion.
Nope. After that, we got to see a backstage segment with Zack Ryder catching up to Rusev, saying, hey, on Smackdown, you told me that if I wanted a championship match, all I had to do was challenge you.
I'll challenge you right now.
I'm challenging you right now. Let's do it. Come on. And he is then attacked from behind by Sheamus, who says, no, fella, you got a match with me. And it's next.
I mean, this was a lot more competitive than I expected. I don't know if they realized that, hey, we have a brand split coming up, so we need to make some of these guys look like they're competent, look like they're competitors.
Yeah.
Because even in defeat, he got a lot more than I thought he was going to get, and he looked a lot more like Die Hard than most jobbers get. I mean, he's a jobber with a gimmick, but he's a jobber.
No, they changed his theme music up. They revamped it, so he's getting ready for that big push.
That's what I'm saying. They realized we need more guys to. Wouldn't it have been
He's
wonderful?
getting out of jobber status.
I understand that, but I'm saying up until this point, that has been his role.
Mm-hmm.
And my point is that wouldn't it have been great if they hadn't, drug him through the shit for so many years, and then they wouldn't have to rush this guy is competent thing now. It's just sort of weird, but I was like, yeah, they really know they need more guys because
they need some stars.
Yeah, because Zach looks like a competitor instead of getting his ass beat in a few minutes after the broski boot.
Yeah. He did come up a little bit short. Sheamus got the win, but Rusev comes out immediately
Beat
after.
that ass.
Puts him in the accolade and says, I accept your challenge.
Is that still called accolade when he goes back like that?
Sure.
That's called Ride It, Pony.
Genuine?
Yep.
All right.
But
So after that, we got to see the team of Breezango going up against the Lucha Dragons. What?
they got that W.
Yeah, they did get that W. Talk about the match there, Tyler. What'd you think?
It wasn't that awesome, but
You sure seemed excited.
hey,
you
they
put
got
your
the win
arms
though.
up in victory.
They got the win though.
They did.
I don't know. I still kind of feel like they're a joke, but I mean, I still like them. Breezango.
They're a comedy heel team that is starting. I think it'll start getting over with the crowd.
I like to pull that the cocky Zoolander shit.
Yeah.
They're better than you, and we're models and stuff like that, and just go with it.
Well, yeah, I did like the ending where Breeze had Kalisto up on the middle rope, put his head between the turnbuckle, gave him the super kick, and then slammed him down for the pin. Yeah. Although he did grab the tights, which they didn't really address, but, you know.
That sucks that Kalisto messed up his move that when he's bouncing off the ropes to do that, like, spinning, what is that called?
It's like a corkscrew thing.
Corkscrew.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
sucks, you know.
It happens.
It happens.
Doug, any thoughts on it?
I thought it was pretty fun outside of the couple of blown spots on the Lucha Dragons part. I think not only Kalisto, but also Sin Cara blew a spot too. But outside of that, I thought it was a fun tag match. And same thing as the Ryder stuff. They either this is either their way of treading water because they don't want to start anything significant with people, or they realize we've got two shows that we're supposed to be making feel like not a waste of your time, so we need to make some of these teams mean something. We need to build another team outside of the tag picture.
Yeah, but then someone's gonna have to get on that spot where they're like jobbers and like.
Yeah, who cares though? I mean, like there should be a jobber team, but there should also be other teams that aren't title contenders.
The Ascension is for.
There's not
what the Ascension's for. Yeah,
I mean this is the spectrum of tag teams in the WWE: jobber team, title contenders. There's all this area in between they need to fill, and that's why everything always seems so whack when they're like, oh, this is now a contender team. They're like, what the fuck have they been doing for the past 6 months? This is just a way of like, let these two teams wrestle each other sometimes. It doesn't have anything to do with the title or getting squashed by another team. They're just like
the
buildings.
Dudleys.
Yeah.
You know what team that they were hyping up that you don't see?
The Hype Bros. That's right.
No. Is
You said hype.
Hype Bros were on NXT last week.
They were.
But
getting ready for that call up.
No, what's it called?
Ascension. Wyatt Families. New Day.
Puerto Rico.
Shining Stars?
Shining Stars.
Yeah.
I wonder what's going on with that.
That's probably just hey, slow the roll. We'll just wait for the draft to
maybe
get that thing going.
Going back to Breezango, I on Snapchat I added WWE, so I see their stuff, whatever. And Tyler Breeze was coming out with his selfie stick, and he was playing Pokemon Go while he was walking to the ring.
There you go. Very nice. So the team of Breezango end up getting the victory. So good stuff there. After that, we got to see Seth Rollins come out and deliver the Rollins Report with this special guest, Roman Reigns. And I thought this was an excellent interview. I found it very strange that Roman kept changing his shirts and putting his hair up and holding the title, and he's not even the champion right now. That's kind of weird.
The curtain was different.
Yeah.
It was red and green.
It was a little weird. But all in all, I thought it was pretty good.
Thought it was real dumb. real dumb.
I knew something stupid was coming up. I had to. It's like he's gonna have some doctor footage of something.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was gonna be like him and cosplaying as Roman. Like, you know how they do that every once in a while. They break out they dress up as whoever they're talking about.
No, actually, what I thought it was gonna be was they were gonna film Roman. Like if this stuff is just a work or whatever, I don't know. What they were gonna film Roman like out in public doing stuff, whatever, and maybe he was out in the food market and like he took an apple or something. I don't know. He didn't pay for it.
It's just like a workaround so they can like let everyone know that he's still in the match, that just because he hasn't been on Raw, but also not.
Don't forget about him, folks.
Well, they didn't use any new footage, so it's not like he came to film anything under suspension or anything. They stitched together a bunch of old shit, and that was their way of letting everyone know he's still on the show. Which is a weird thing to do. I don't know.
But then Dean Ambrose interrupts and says, "Hey, I like to have fun. Yeah, sure, why not? But I'm also the champ, and I fought and scratched and clawed my way up, and I've left buckets of blood behind in the ring and limbs, and I've gone and proven what I'm willing to do to get this title. So what do you think it's going to take for me to let it go?" I thought this was a really well done promo by Ambrose. I thought he delivered on the mic. He had that intensity, which is what he's needed. We can ditch the comedy shtick.
Well, yeah. Well, I don't know if you're ever gonna ditch that because he goes back and forth constantly.
Yeah, and I know that they want to try and be like, "Oh, he's a lunatic. You don't know what he's thinking." One day he's happy and having fun. The next day he's all in your face and
wacky and crazy.
He's wacky and crazy and all that. But I dug this side of Dean Ambrose. How about you guys?
Yeah, I really liked it. I think it's the best work he's done in a long time, maybe ever, as far as mic work. And, this is really, again, like, I guess just to sort of echo what you're saying, this is sort of the Ambrose that I want to see. Like, way more of this and way less of...
Hot dog carts.
Way more of this and way less of, like, Charlie from Always Sunny type of crazy and, like this kind of crazy.
Oh, you stupid bitch. Kitten mittens.
Meow.
Like, that's the crazy they've been presenting. Like, just the weird, like, he's sort of a weirdo, like, oddball. And
Hunting rats.
I want way more of this. Okay, look, guys, we're not doing a Sunny podcast. I'm just saying, like, I want, like, more of this and less of the
Did
Charlie.
you know that Mac actually owns a bar in Philadelphia?
Don't give a fuck. No, I mean, I don't care. I mean, it's, I'm sure he does. You're telling me.
He does. I'm letting you know.
Okay. Factual
Sure he
information.
does.
Actually, I was checking to see if you knew, and he didn't inform you.
No, I didn't know that, actually.
He does.
That's cool.
Yeah. Or I should say he co-owns. So.
But no, I enjoyed Dean Ambrose like this.
Right on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But I know how much you missed the hot dog cart and all that stuff.
None.
What?
I do not miss the hot dog
1%
cart at all.
Condiment King.
Yeah.
King of the condiments. All right.
No, I mean, there's like a DC character called Condiment King who has like a
Oh.
mustard and ketchup like gun type thing.
Oh, I didn't know this. You have to show me after the podcast. I want to
Just
see this
Google
shit.
it.
Yeah, Google this right
got
now.
a
Let's do
phone?
it. No, well, it's
Google it
charging.
yourself.
You have a computer.
No. So after that, we got to see Kevin Owens.
Condiment King.
Kevin Owens go up against Cesaro, and before the matchup, Sami Zayn was trying to be on commentary, and Kevin Owens said, "No, that's an unsafe work environment. You need to have him escorted out." And sure enough, that's what happened. But a small brawl broke out, and then Vince McMahon arrived, and then they had Kevin Owens go up against Cesaro. I like the action in this match.
He has underwear on.
As most superheroes
On
tend
the
to do.
outside.
As Superman does, as Quail Man does.
Well, no, this is like
and-
legit whitey tighties.
Like Quail Man?
Yeah.
Yeah. So what did you think about Kevin Owens versus Cesaro?
Thought it was a good match.
Yeah.
Thought it was nice. I appreciate Owens working a finish in that was outside of the pop-up powerbomb. I'm always in favor of guys having multiple finishes that they can better protect. And I don't know if this was something he's going to use going forward more consistently or what, but I hope so. Hopefully he keeps it as like a protected second finisher or something.
Yeah. Tyler?
I've always enjoyed their fights.
Mm-hmm.
They both do good work, and I know they will continue to do it.
Yep. They were leading the path for the future talents. And after the match, Kevin Owens goes over to the commentary booth, grabs the headset from Byron, starts talking trash, and then all of a sudden, Sami Zayn attacks. So the brawl continues, and the feud lives on as it moves closer to Battleground.
Let's go.
After that, we got a Slater Gator reunion as Titus O'Neil took on Heath Slater. And they made Titus look like a beast in this match. I mean, he is literally throwing Heath Slater around the ring.
Well, Heath is smaller than him.
He is much smaller, so makes it easy for Titus to do. And I thought they did an excellent job of making him look like a really dominant guy.
Yeah, I mean, it's basically an extended squash. Like WWE's like jobbers of today aren't the type that you don't know anything, or they present as you not know anything about them, that they don't have a gimmick. They have like sort of like jobbers with gimmicks, and it's like Slater and Ryder. Those are guys there to lose to everybody.
Bo Dallas.
But they have like, gimmicks. So I don't know.
I swear that Titus O'Neil and Rusev feud did not last long at all.
Yeah.
I don't mind them doing little couple of week feuds that last on TV that don't even culminate on pay-per-view. I'm in favor of that just to mix things up. I didn't have a problem with it.
That's different because we don't usually see that much, really.
We don't, but that's sort of why it was refreshing to me, I guess.
Something new. Like it. After that, we got to see the New Day and Wyatt family confrontation at the Wyatt family compound. And a lot of people were comparing this to Final Deletion. What do you guys think?
It's esque.
Here's the thing. it's bush league as fuck to do this the week after Final Deletion. No matter what, no matter if your opinion, if they had it planned all along, or if they saw Final Deletion or knew the Final Deletion was coming and knew what it was and tried to do their own version to capitalize on the talk, whether you believe they did that or not, either way, it looks amateur as fuck to do it the week after Final Deletion. And we always talk. For years we've talked the shit on TNA, as well as many other people that talk about wrestling has talked shit on TNA for doing like, why are you like, do your own thing? Why are you content to be WWE light? So it's only fair to turn the tables in WWE and be like, that's fucking bush league. Like, do your own shit.
That's weird for WWE to doing that. Copying TNA because
they didn't give it any time to breathe. Like they did it the week after, and so it looks bush league as fuck. It wasn't like terribly filmed or like an embarrassment or anything. It was
pretty poorly filmed.
I don't
there
know
were a lot of times where I'm like, oh my god, what am I looking at? Because the camera's moving so fast.
I think it was stylistic.
Yeah, it was.
I think it was a stylistic choice and not we were inadequately filmed this.
Yeah,
I think it was a stylistic
I agree
choice.
with him.
But I mean, it was a lot more serious and a lot less goofy and tonally different, but.
And ram me with my car.
No one who watches TNA and WWE could not come away from that thinking that they didn't do that. As an answer to
automatically when you see that and all this stuff going on and all the fight, and I was like, TNA Final Deletion. I did not think WWE would do this.
And I'll just say it. I do think because it's so hard for me because of the timing to think that they didn't rip them off. I'll just say, yeah, they probably fucking ripped them off.
More than likely, yeah. I mean,
too much of a coincidence.
Yeah, from the stylized shooting to, the outdoor location and all that. It's just
someone in the back's like, hey Hunter, check this out. You think we can do something like this?
No, that wasn't Hunter. That was a Vince decision.
Vince?
I would almost put money on it.
Well, see, here's the thing about TNA's been pimping like. They've been like building up to this for a few weeks now, and the word is out. They're talking about people's reaction to it. Mm-hmm. They probably either knew someone who saw it, got word from someone who saw it, or just figured out what the fuck it was. And then they were just like, we'll do our own thing.
Yeah.
And even though it wasn't like necessarily, it wasn't like poorly done. It was done fine. But it's just the fact
decision to do it in that style.
League.
Yeah.
Pretty bush league. Yeah.
Yeah. So, all right. Well, looking at it as a separate entity, you thought it was okay. You thought it was fine.
It was okay. It's hard. Honestly, it's hard for me to separate how I feel about that from how I feel about Final Deletion. I cannot honestly tell you that I could separate the two at this point.
Yeah. For me, it was kind of a bit alarming because in the Final Deletion video, like, what's the most dangerous thing that they did?
Jeff fell out of a fucking tree and off a ladder.
Yeah.
That and shooting
on the
each other
ground.
with fireworks.
Yeah. And there was fire underneath, so yeah, that's pretty dangerous. How about swinging an axe at your opponent?
I think that might have been...
Regardless that it hit a tree, it was the tree that Xavier Woods is standing behind.
I'm sure that was all angle. Like, it probably looked a lot dangerous.
Yeah, I'm sure it is, but it's like, Jesus, they're, okay, if it's a baseball bat, it's one thing. If it's a kendo stick, it's another. This is a freaking axe.
Listen. You just got through talking about how Matt Hardy set himself on fire. And now you're trying to run it back like how...
Listen, kids, it's okay. Well, it wasn't intentional for him to set himself on fire. He just happened to be in the wrong place. These guys are trying to kill Xavier Woods in the woods.
Listen, much love and respect to TNA for Final Deletion. I love that they did it. And to me, it's cringy as hell that the WWE tried to do their own thing. So little time elapsed between the two.
Yeah.
But if you're making it this
like Matt Hardy and Jeff, they used fireworks, they used Roman candles, whereas like Bray Wyatt and the Wyatt family would use AK-47s.
But if you're telling me that you think TNA was safer about this than the WWE was safe, I'm willing to bet there were paramedics on stand for the WWE shoot. To me, Final Deletion was just the people that were in it and some dude holding the camera. That's how I think of when I think of Final Deletion.
Did you see the camera crew in the background?
Oh, no.
Oh, if you go back and
don't ruin it for me. I just want one guy to be there with a camera.
There's a camera guy, a ref, Matt and Jeff,
and the drone flying
and senior
Benjamin.
Yeah.
You cannot remember his name.
Yeah, no, I can't.
To me, like, WWE had like paramedics on the go, like ready to get at it if something went awry.
Sure.
To me, it was just like they let those dudes fucking shoot things with fire in the woods at their house, and they had someone there to film it. I bet there was no safety precaution taken for Final Deletion.
I don't know. It was the fact
loved
that
him for it, but
yeah. I mean, it's just like the fact that the last time we really saw an axe in wrestling was when Brock Lesnar went to town on the car. But
I'm gonna say that like the stuff.
it's like he's not trying to beat him up; he's trying to kill him.
I couldn't tell you the last time I loved the Hardys was like probably like 90s.
Oh,
the 90s,
hell no!
Until like now and the stuff. I mean, I didn't ever hated them, but you know.
Yeah.
What's wrong with you? So, yeah.
Well, you want to do this, big money, Matt? I'm gonna beat your sarcastic ass.
Isn't that what you said? Isn't that what you said? So, after that, we got to see Enzo and Cass go up against Gallows and Anderson.
Saying that they want to take, everyone wants to take John Cena's spot.
You're boneless chicken tenders.
If he, I mean, it's fine. I know they do recycle material, but they've done that before. The
Yeah.
chicken tenders.
Yeah, that's okay.
I like chicken tenders.
I did like the fact that they brought up the, hey, look, you guys are trying to take John Cena's spot. We're trying to do it as well. Everyone wants that spot. Like I like the fact that they mentioned that. It was like, unfortunately for you guys, we're trying to do it the right way.
Yeah, we're gonna kidnap him and
Yeah.
waterboard.
Make sure he never gets that spot again. So Enzo and Cass end up going up against Gallows and Anderson. Anything to really take away from the matchup?
Cena was super fun. Okay, one thing is, I think that the crowd was split saying AJ Styles, AJ sucks, which is a Cena chant that they like went 50-50 on AJ with.
That's
and
weird.
when Cena made the save, they went. It was a huge pop for Cena.
Yeah, it was
to
a
make the
huge
save.
pop.
It's almost like he was like a unanimous babyface there.
Yeah,
Which
especially
was cool.
since they teased it earlier in the night with like, oh, he's not even here. He's off in LA getting ready for the ESPYs, and then they showed a tweet with him there and all that, and it's like, oh yeah, so okay, so he really is there. He's not going to be on Raw, and then for him to actually show up, it was a nice surprise. So I think the crowd was genuinely surprised, and he gets a reaction, and in this one it was fairly positive.
Overwhelmingly positive.
Mm-hmm. I did chuckle a bit that during the match, some of the fans were chanting, "We want Cena," and the other fans were just chanting, "No, we don't."
I didn't pick up on that, but I picked up on what I thought I heard was, "Let's go," or
Yeah,
something
there was
about
a "Let's go AJ" and
AJ
AJ sucks.
Okay.
But then later on, it was like, "We want Cena." No, we don't. We want Cena. No, we don't. But
we want pizza.
we would love some pizza. But Enzo and Cass end up defeating Gallows and
I
Anderson
kind of want
via
tacos.
disqualification. I'm going for tacos too.
No, we don't. We want tacos. Okay.
Okay, sure.
Okay, sure. You sold me.
So, Cena makes the save, and I'm sure he hopped on a flight, Mr. McMahon's
Right on
private
back.
jet or something. Yeah. So, really good stuff. Nice to see him. After that, we got to see Sasha Banks go up against Dana Brooke, and I don't know. I didn't really dig this matchup.
Dana's just not ready.
No.
She's not. She's not bad for her experience level.
Yeah.
The problem is she's already on the big stage, so
Right.
you should have the tools necessary to succeed.
Yeah,
on the
if
stage.
you're going to be in this position, you need to have already been properly trained. You can't just pick it up as you go.
Yeah.
But one of the things that I found is just so awkward was Charlotte's promo after the match. She's just it's. I can get it if you're nervous, because I would probably be in that same situation. There are times where I'm on the radio and I don't know what to say, so there's kind of just an awkward, pause. It was just so like cringeworthy to me. Did you feel that way, or?
I mean,
Maybe she's too distracted by the crowd, because she acknowledges the crowd a lot.
Well, I think acknowledging the crowd is a positive, but I think she feels the need to do it more than she should do it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think she's too worried about playing off of the crowd.
Right.
Where if you got something to throw at them here or there, fine, but she uses up too much of her time responding to the crowd.
Yeah.
Or feels the need to do it too frequently. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it's a negative trait. She's just not very good at it. So if she gets better at it, it'll come off better.
Yeah, and I'm not trying to knock her. I'm just saying that she definitely needs to improve her mic skills, because it just seems like she gets a little lost sometimes. So
I think that's fair.
maybe in time she can.
As my voice cracks.
It's fair. It's fair. Come on, you guys. Let's talk about Raw. So after that, we get to see Vince McMahon come out, and he talks to Shane and Steph about who's going to be the new COO. I gotta drop that. And he finally, he asked them to fight for this position. Tell me why you should be running SmackDown, which to me is kind of strange that they're fighting over SmackDown and not giving a damn about Raw. They're like, well, isn't Raw the #1 show? And
Well,
SmackDown's
I think
supposed to be
the theory is you're trying to make SmackDown seem important. Like they want people to watch this.
Absolutely.
So put the emphasis making SmackDown seem like a big deal so people will feel like they need to watch it.
Really, what I thought when Vince first showed up, I thought it wasn't going to be Stephanie or Shane. I thought it was going to be someone else.
It's me, damn it. So
This went way too long to ultimately tell us what we
Yes.
already knew was going to happen going in.
Yep.
And I want to say, I can't say for certain, I'd have to go back and listen. I want to say that when they first pitched this idea to the fans, I said they're going to have Shane running SmackDown to have people tune in. I want to say I said that. Can't say for certain, but I feel like I did.
I mean, we all knew one was going to run one was going to run the
Yeah.
other, and they took way too much time to tell us that.
Yeah.
If they did the whole unveil where they picked who they were going to have as their they are commissioners and they're having general managers. Is that the terminology they're using?
Yes.
Okay, it would have been different if they made them announce their general managers there, and that was the payoff.
Mm-hmm.
But the payoff was something everyone's already known since this story started, and they would spent too much time getting there.
We're bringing back Teddy Long.
And the fact that Vince said, "Hey, give me a drum roll while I think about this." Like, dude, how long has this thing been going on, and you haven't made a final decision yet? You're waiting for a drum roll to clear your head?
Well, he even said earlier in the night, he's like, I don't know what I'm talking about. I may change my mind. Like,
Yeah, dude, come on.
I don't give a fuck.
Damn it. So Shane's going to be running SmackDown. Steph's going to be in charge of Raw. But now they both have to decide who their general manager will be.
So a lot of people seem to think Brian's going to be SmackDown.
That's what I heard.
Well, supposedly there was something out there that had something about the Yes movement going to SmackDown. So that's why people think that's happening. Have you heard word of who they think is going to general manage Raw?
I would probably say Triple H, but what do I know?
That would make sense.
That would cause some tension, though, with Triple H having to be underneath Stephanie, maybe? Because they were like, oh, no, we ran this show together, and now you're trying to be the boss of me? Or
I don't know. He seemed... I mean, if you mean like in kayfabe sense, he seemed like he was willing to take like a step back and let her do her thing in the recent past. So I don't think it's like a problem for him, like in kayfabe terms. He's done it recently, so yeah, that seems to work. I can see that happening.
Cool.
So
More of the authority.
Do you think this is just because like they're gonna like basically like wean them off of TV?
I don't
Shane
know.
and stuff.
Maybe. And they'll be there for special appearances and all that. Because I know Shane, I don't know if he wants to be like the full-time gig.
Right.
So he'll just be like, yeah, I'll show up every once in a while and check in, see how you're doing.
Yeah.
Go vacation with my family.
Yeah.
So that pretty much does it for Raw. We only have one Raw left before the draft, but we're going to go ahead and give you our mock draft. And if you go to WWE.com/draft, you can create your own draft at the moment. Currently, there are 73 people on there, but we'll add a couple more because it is heavily rumored that some NXT talent will be called up as well. So we'll talk about some of those characters, some of those people going into the rosters as well.
How are we doing this?
I figure we just talk about each of the superstars as their name pops up, and then kind of just say, hey, I think they're going to this brand, or hey, I'm thinking this brand.
Yeah, but there could be different opinions on where they're. Here's how I'm going to pitch it to you guys. We divide up. Obviously, two of us are going to have to partner up, and one of us is Raw, the other two are SmackDown, or vice versa. And
or I can just be the middleman,
the modifier.
You mean the mediator?
And we'll do a mock draft like as if we were the brands, like vying for.
Let's see. Do either of y'all have a coin by any chance? We can do a coin flip.
Nope.
Nope. Sure. I don't.
No. Is there a coin over
What
there?
about over there?
Nope.
We usually stack up some coins over there.
Coins in there?
I hear some coins.
Hook me up with some coins.
All right.
Break into the drink money.
All right. A-Bear, since you're the youngest,
Call it in the air.
you will call it in the air. Do you
Okay.
want
No funny business.
heads or tails?
Tails.
Tyler calls tails. It is tails. Do you want to be Raw or SmackDown?
Smackdown.
Fuck.
All right. Since you chose
I wanted to be
SmackDown.
SmackDown.
Huh?
Said I wanted to be SmackDown.
All right. Well, he has chosen SmackDown.
So I get first pick.
So he gets first pick.
Okay.
Whoa. Before first pick, I'm gonna try to wheel my. I might be willing to trade my first pick for SmackDown the brand. How do you feel about that? I want a fresh start. I want a new brand. Raw is old and stale and boring. Why am I arguing against myself? Do you want the first pick?
You want to switch?
I'll take SmackDown to give you the first pick.
Okay, we'll switch. I'll give you SmackDown.
All right, you're already gonna lose.
Coward.
Yes.
All right. With the first pick of the WNS 2016 draft, Raw, as managed by Tyler, don't call me a bear, A-Bear, will select. You're on the clock, sir.
Kevin Owens.
Oh, all right. There you go. Kevin Owens to Raw. Doug, you are now on the clock.
I think it's a huge mistake to not take the babyface you're going to build around as the first pick. I'm going to take Sami Zayn. You can't do the feud anyways. I'll take Sami Zayn as my babyface I'm going to build around.
All right. So Sami Zayn. Now we're going back over to Raw.
Roman Reigns.
Roman Reigns. All right.
Another
Doug?
foolish pick. I'm going to take John Cena because he's the guy who's going to put Sammy over and make him the new ace.
Okay.
Shit.
And don't forget, you can throw. Okay, before we get too far into it, let's set some ground rules. Do tag teams come in as a pair, or can you split them up? Same goes for the trios or factions.
Factions, you have to break up factions. Tag teams, I'm fine just as long as we establish a rule and stick to it.
Okay.
You want to take teams as a team, or do you want to take them as singles?
Teams.
That means if you just want one of them, you got to take both of them.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, so Raw, you are on the clock.
Enzo and Cass. Or Enzo, so Cass goes with him.
Okay. Doug?
AJ Styles.
Ooh, nice one. Tyler?
Breezango.
All right. The team of Breeze and Fandango. Nice.
Rusev.
Now, here's another question. Do you get the manager? Because Lana's the manager.
Well, she's not like a active talent, really. I think she comes, but if you don't want her to,
Because it'd be like Miz and Maurice.
I'm indifferent. I don't really care.
Okay.
Rusev's the star, baby, and he's coming to SmackDown.
Okay.
Sasha Banks.
Son of a bitch, I didn't think you would even consider the women. What are our ground rules for NXT? Who is eligible from NXT?
Anyone.
Okay.
Let's make it 6 total. So,
You can't just start drafting everyone from NXT.
sure.
No.
So
yeah,
we get 3 apiece from NXT if we choose.
Yeah.
Okay, that's
Okay.
fair. That's fair.
And tag teams count as 1.
Right. Okay, that's fair. Try to look and see who's taken.
You have stuff written. You have the. Oh, you don't have other roster members.
Well, it kind of went in a different style of.
Oh,
of
did
what
you
we're
just want to
thinking.
present a person and then have? Oh, well, we can do it in this way. That way.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take Luke Harper.
Luke Harper. Interesting. Tyler?
Baron Corbin.
Okay.
Big E. Solo. Sorry, New Day, you got broke up.
Cesaro.
Well, I don't think you could take New Day as a stable anyway, to be fair.
Yeah.
Did you get me saying Cesaro?
Did.
Oh, he said Big E, so it's up to me. Shiitake mushrooms.
No,
Oh, wait,
it's my
it's his
turn.
turn.
My
Oh.
turn.
Oh, I thought you
You
said
picked
okay.
Cesaro.
Okay.
Can you read me who he's taking?
He's taking Kevin Owens, Roman Reigns, Enzo and Cass, Breezango, Sasha Banks. Shut up. And Cesaro.
Let's see. Is there like a roster page we can look at?
Yeah, I can pull one up.
Oh, fuck. My turn?
Yes.
Brock Lesnar. Fuck. Smackdown exclusive.
All right, Tyler.
Seth Rollins.
Seth Rollins.
Why don't you just draft all Shield? I don't even want them.
David Otunga.
He's still on there. I will take the rest of the club as a tag team.
Gallows and Anderson.
The club will remain intact exclusively on the SmackDown brand.
Go back to the roster page. Miz.
Miz.
So then I get Maurice, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'll trade you Lana for an extra pick. God, that's a dumb. That would be a dumb move on your part. Okay.
I bet he would have thought about it though if you'd pressed him a little more.
Sure. Let's see. I'm gonna use an NXT pick,
Okay.
and I'm gonna take Shinsuke Nakamura.
So you have 2 remaining for that. Tyler, you still have 3 NXT picks.
Becky Lynch.
Becky Lynch.
I'm gonna use another NXT pick.
Another NXT pick.
I'm taking Bailey.
Hey, we want some Bailey.
Finn Balor.
Okay, so now you're down to 2. Doug, you have 1.
Who are the women that he has?
Becky Lynch, Maurice, Sasha Banks.
Maurice isn't active. I mean, like active.
Sasha
All right,
Banks.
Becky Lynch and Sasha.
Sasa.
Salsa. Salsa Banks. And you have Bailey.
I'm gonna take Nikki Bella.
Nikki. All right, Tyler's turn.
I mean, Nikki counts. She's not officially retired.
That is correct.
Why not? They're trying to make this guy shine. Apollo Crews.
Okay. Doug?
Let me see. Let me see how many baby faces I got. Give me Sheamus.
Sheamus. Okay.
Real deal. Titus O'Neil.
I'll take Dean Ambrose.
Dean Ambrose.
Del Rio.
Okay. Let's see.
So, do I only get existing teams as a team, or can I draft 2 as a team and specify them as a tag team?
So you're wanting to bring up?
Well, no. Say if I took 2 guys on the roster and said these guys are going to tag now, can I have them as a team, or does that only apply to existing
No,
teams?
we'll do current.
Wait, is Ryback still eligible? Big guy? He's on the
He's on the website, but I don't know how credible it is.
I'm tempted. Can I take Xavier and Kofi as a tag team?
Yes.
I'll take them.
Okay. All right,
They're going
Tyler.
to remain a stable, but they're going to tag, and Big E's going to be a single star.
There you go. All right, Tyler.
Gold Dust.
Okay. Doug?
I got only 2 tag teams and 2 women.
Yeah. Tyler wants Bird Law.
I will use my 3rd NXT pick,
Okay.
and I'll take American Alpha.
Ooh.
Wait, since I picked Gold Dust, does R-Truth come with it?
If you'd like, but you only
You can
specified.
take them as a single, or you can take them as a team.
I'll think about that. So it's my turn.
Yeah.
Natalia.
Okay.
I'm not even sure who's left. So I've picked all my NXT picks, right?
Yes.
Is Del Rio available or no? Enzo and Cass are gone. Corbin's gone. Big E's gone. Are we drafting announced teams?
Announce teams?
Yes, or do we just do
Nah,
it?
you don't
Whatever.
have to do that.
I'm gonna take Mark Henry.
Okay.
I wasn't going to do this, but I don't think no one's picked him. Has anyone picked Randy Orton?
Nope.
I'll pick Randy Orton.
Okay.
Not my top 10.
Good riddance. Brock's going to hurt him right before the draft anyway, so don't even fucking worry about it. He'll be right back on the shelf. Take Charlotte because she's going to put someone else over. She's not going to be the face of my women's division.
Okay.
Since they're going to have a feud right now, Darren Young. And I have Miz on the side, so Darren Young and Miz. So I get Bob Backlund.
Okay.
I mean, real talk is Ryback available or not? What's the call? We're going to say no because we don't know.
I'm going to say no.
You're going to say no because you don't want me to take him. Why
you can take him if you want. But, I mean, if we want to say yes, we can. It don't matter to me.
Where would y'all say the Undertaker would end up?
Special attraction. I mean, Brock works more of a schedule than the Taker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like if you're going to take Undertaker, you have to sacrifice 2 consecutive picks to the other team. And I don't even want him anyway. Enzo and Cass are gone.
Yep.
Paul is gone.
Yep.
I was
pick Kane.
I know you're taking Kane and Big Show the next round. So.
No, never.
Cesaro's gone.
Mm-hmm. Jericho's still there. The Dudley Boys are there. Ziggler's there.
He's gonna stay right there.
Vaudevillains are there.
Vaudevillains.
I'm gonna take Emma.
Lucha Dragons, Usos.
Okay, Emma.
Wait, read me my tag division and my women's division.
You have Sami Zayn, John Cena, AJ Styles, Rusev, Luke Harper, Big E, Brock Lesnar, Gallows and Anderson, Shinsuke, Bayley, Nikki Bella, Sheamus, Dean Ambrose, Xavier and Kofi, American Alpha, Mark Henry, Charlotte, and Emma.
Okay. Oh, is it in the books or can I change my last pick?
You want to get rid of Emma?
Yeah, I was going to take Paige instead.
Okay, Paige.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot about her. Austin Aries.
Okay.
How many NXT picks do you have left?
He has 1 remaining.
Who did your other pick?
Finn Balor.
You mark. I'm just kidding.
Yep.
See, the Usos are still on the table. Neville's still on the table. The Shining Stars. Vaudevillains. Tyson Kidd.
Whose pick is it?
Zyke Ryder. Yours.
I'll take Neville.
Neville. All right.
Heath Slater.
Okay.
Tyson Kidd doesn't count even though he's on there, right?
I would think. I mean, he's out on injury.
But isn't it like an indefinite type of thing?
I do not know.
What are we ruling on Tyson Kidd, Aber?
I think he's out for like a long. Well, he's been out already for a long time.
Yeah.
But, I would say no.
Is that because I have the availability to select them if they were available?
I don't care. Whatever you want to say.
Lucha Dragons are still available. Summer Rae. If anyone wants to start summer off the right way. Naomi.
Tamina, huh?
Tamina, yeah.
Karma.
Carmen's not on there.
No, sorry.
See, the name value that's available to me, I don't even want. They either suck too bad or they're just too old.
Eva Marie's still on there.
I mean, Eva Marie, in my opinion, is going to be a more viable pick than Dolph Ziggler or Chris Jericho at this point.
Eric Rowan and Braun Strowman.
I'm good on those guys. You know what? I'll take Bray Wyatt. What the fuck?
Bray Wyatt.
I don't even want him, but at this point, I'm like, I need a little recognition.
Bo Dallas.
Okay.
Hold on, let me examine my roster.
All right. Tyler, while he's looking, go ahead and start thinking about your next pick.
Pikachu. I'm hungry. No, any crackers? Nope. Dang.
I'll trade you Paige and Charlotte for Sasha.
Nope.
I'll trade you Bray Wyatt and Dean Ambrose for Kevin Owens.
No.
I'll trade you Bray Wyatt and Dean Ambrose.
And Shinsuke.
No. Go fuck yourself. You know what? I'll trade you
Yeah. No. What?
Mark Henry and Sheamus.
For Randy Orton?
No. Fuck yourself. For Cesaro.
No.
Man, don't you want to be successful? I'm trying to help you.
I'm being stubborn.
All right, let me see this shit. I hope you don't try to come to me with any trades because I'm just shutting your shit down on principle at this point.
Nope. There's not going to be any trades.
Good. What I got to do to get Renee Young on the Smackdown exclusively?
Well, I mean,
Is she
she's
available
with
for
Dean
draft?
Ambrose. She's with
Yeah,
Dean.
yeah. Not in universe.
Oh yeah, well yeah.
Rollins is gone. You know what? Let me just take the Lucha Dragons.
Lucha booties, right? Like that.
Okay.
Curtis Axel.
At this point, are you just picking people you remember that are on there that haven't been selected?
Picking who's left.
No,
yeah.
I want the what's it called?
Social Outcast.
Special outcast. Do you have all three?
Yes.
Oh, wow. Who could give a fuck?
Tamina's still on the board. Simon got or the Vaudevillains. The Ascension. Summer Rae.
Zack Ryder.
I think so. I think Zack Ryder's still on the board. Shining Stars. Naomi.
Lillian Garcia. Kane.
Big Show. Jack Swagger. Dudley Boys.
I'll take Zack Ryder. Thanks, Tyler. You want him? What's he worth to you?
Nah, I don't care.
Just don't want straight up. No, you don't have to give me two. Just, who would you be willing to give me for Zack Ryder? Is there anyone you would be thinking about? And don't insult my intelligence either.
I'm good. I guess I'll take Dudley's.
Okay.
Good riddance. I'll take the Usos. Are they already here? Are they already been selected?
Mm-mm.
I'll take them. I'll take Usos.
Okay. Let's see. So that still leaves the Vaudevillains. Alicia Fox.
Is ADR on the board?
No, he's been taken. Big Show. I think Jericho's still on the board. The Rock. Dolph Ziggler.
I don't think we're gonna count the Rock.
The Rock and Undertaker are available picks.
Dolph Ziggler. Eric Rowan. Braun Strowman. Jack Swagger. Kane. The Ascension still available. Naomi.
It's like the people no one wants. You won't play dodgeball. You're not on my team.
Whose pick is it even?
Tyler's.
Okay.
Oh, I thought it was Doug's. Alicia Fox.
Okay.
Give
we're-
me.
Huh?
Sorry, go ahead.
I
was
still
gonna
got
say-
one NXT pick.
I was going to say, since we're getting down to the nitty gritty, we'll do like 2 or 3 more picks.
I still got my
Okay. That way.
NXT pick.
Okay.
I got one last.
Give me Jericho. He's gonna make somebody else though.
He is the best in the world at what he does. If you understand what he's saying to you right now.
I really don't know who I want to pick
You can pick Kane.
from NXT. Is there an NXT roster page?
I will tell. Since I don't have anybody available to me, I'll give you notable picks. How about that?
Because I know. I mean,
got
we
Joe.
Could, I know we can do Joe, but I don't want
Got
to pick Joe.
Asuka if you
Like,
want a
here you go.
woman.
Yeah, there's Asuka. You can get Blake and Murphy. Carmella. Finn Balor's already off the
I know
table.
one.
You could take Hideo, Johnny
know
Gargano, Mojo Riley. There you go.
Johnny Gargano.
Johnny Gargano.
Not a full-time NXT guy. Fine, take him. Fine. I don't get a pick anyway. It don't matter.
I take him.
He is taken.
Should have played that harder. My pick. Is that right?
Yes.
Give me Ziggler. I don't even want him, but I'll take him.
Got to build up other stars, right?
Yeah, these dudes. Some of these dudes are. Well, I almost said some of these dudes who are used to doing jobs are going to start doing jobs, but Ziggler's used to jobbing.
All right, we'll do one more pick for each of y'all, and then we'll do one fantasy pick, someone who's not on the roster. Like your Kurt Angles, your Jeff Hardys, so on and so forth.
I want Jeff Harvey.
Well, don't give it away.
You know who Jeff Harvey is?
Yeah, he's that one guy.
Yeah.
All right, so Tyler, you have one more pick.
Tamina.
Tamina, okay.
Sorry, I just refuse like the big shows.
All right.
Kings.
I forget who's even left.
The Ascension's left.
Kane.
Big Show,
The Shining Stars.
Braun Strowman, Eric Rowan, Dudley Boys are gone. Dana Brooke, I think, is still
Did
available.
Tyler pick Curtis Axel? You have
Yeah.
all four?
No.
Yeah.
I mean,
He's
all
got-
three.
He's got
Okay.
Axel in Dallas, yeah,
And Heath Slater.
and Slater. Slater was up a little bit higher.
Wow.
Is Orton gone? Tyler picked Orton?
Yep. The Shining Stars.
Shining Wizards.
Jack Swagger, still available.
All American.
Kane still
American.
available. The Ascension.
Is Kane still available?
He is. Naomi, R-Truth.
Dude, I totally forgot about our truth.
Yep. You forgot, and we have moved on.
Give me R-Truth then. Fuck.
All right. He knows how to play.
I'm just waiting for Tyler to remind me of someone that's still on the board.
All right. Now the fantasy pick.
I get anybody in the world?
Anyone in the world.
Is it I get first pick?
Sure.
Chris motherfucking Hero.
Ooh, that was damn good, dude. Okay. Who do I want?
I don't know.
I know he would never do it, but I mean, it's his fantasy.
This
so
is your pick. Be anyone in the world.
Boom, boom. Colt Cabana.
All right. So that wraps up our mock draft. Good Lord.
Are you going to post our mock draft
Hey,
on
can you
our
read
Facebook?
them back? Just really quickly.
Okay.
Sure.
Announce our roster.
For Raw, you've got Kevin Owens, Roman Reigns, Enzo and Cass, Breezango, Sasha Banks, Baron Corbin, Cesaro, Seth Rollins, Miz and Maurice, Becky Lynch, Finn Balor, Apollo Crews, Titus O'Neil, Alberto Del Rio, Goldust, Natalya, Randy Orton, Darren Young, Austin Aries, Heath Slater, Bo Dallas, Curtis Axel, the Dudley Boys, Alicia Fox, Johnny Gargano, Tamina, and Colt Cabana. Happy with that roster?
Yes.
All right. And then for SmackDown, you've got Sami Zayn, John Cena, AJ Styles, Rusev, Luke Harper, Big E, Brock Lesnar, Gallows and Anderson, Shinsuke Nakamura, Bayley, Nikki Bella, Sheamus, Dean Ambrose, Xavier Woods and Kofi Kingston, American Alpha, Mark Henry, Charlotte, Paige, Neville, Bray Wyatt, Lucha Booties, Zack Ryder, Usos, Chris Jericho, Dolph Ziggler, and Chris Hero, and R-Truth. R-Truth and Chris Hero.
I guess, let us know who you thought ended up.
Who has the better roster?
Who ended up with a better
You
roster.
decide.
I think we did a good job.
I'm gonna have to do some heavy editing now.
It's
That was a
harder
lot
than
of
it's
pausing.
harder than it looks to
Yeah, it
just do
is.
it off the top of your head.
Yeah, I was just gonna take it, person by person, and be like, "Hey, who wants the Undertaker?"
The Undertaker.
Yeah,
I want Teddy Long.
It's impossible to do that with it. To go because
or just be like, "Hey, where do you think the Undertaker's gonna show up? SmackDown or Raw?"
neither.
Well, you have to choose.
No, you don't. He's
You
an
do.
attraction.
I'm just gonna put him on SmackDown. Brock Lesnar, where's he going?
Neither. He's an attraction.
So I'm putting him on Raw. Randy Orton.
Raw, hopefully. I don't know why I said hopefully.
I was gonna do it like that.
Everyone goes on Raw.
Fuck.
Okay.
You wanted to do that. You asked for this monstrosity. You asked to do a mock draft.
You got what you
Yep.
wanted.
That's right. It's gonna take a while.
Damn it.
Take a while to edit it. Anyways, so let's
Anywho.
move into some hot topics for you all. The Cruiserweight Classic, as we talked about earlier in the show, starts this week. Also on NXT, Shinsuke versus Balor. So, if you have nothing to do on Wednesday night, make sure you set aside some time to watch the
I want to
WWE
see that
Network.
shit.
Should be really good. For those of you who live in the Pasadena area, Pasadena, Texas, that is, just outside of Houston, make sure you go to the Icons of Wrestling House of Hardcore show that's coming up, Pasadena Convention Center, August 6th, Saturday. We're going to be out there.
Added any more people?
Last I saw was Vicky Guerrero and not too many new people. They keep adding people to the Philadelphia show, and it's making me jealous.
Yeah, all those people probably are based on the East Coast.
Maybe. As we talked about, Randy Orton's going to be facing Brock Lesnar. He's actually going to be returning at Battleground for the highlight reel, Chris Jericho, so something to look forward to. Impact moving to Thursday nights. We already discussed that a little bit. James Storm, his wife, pregnant with their second child, so congratulations to them. Good stuff. With that being said, it's time to go to the Q&A portion of the show. Your questions, our answers. First question come to us from Jamal saying, "Hey guys, love the show as always. You guys might not necessarily agree, but I believe the ruthless aggression era from 2002 to 2008 sometimes gets overlooked in terms of quality programming. Creating new stars and putting on brilliant matches, for example, Shawn Michaels versus Triple H versus Chris Benoit at WrestleMania 20, Kurt Angle versus Brock Lesnar Iron Man match at SmackDown 2003. So with that, could you guys give 5 favorite matches or moments from the ruthless aggression era? Thanks.
Was that? Oh, sorry.
Thanks heaps, and keep up the good work."
Sorry, Jamal. There's no fucking way I can do top 5 matches off the cuffs like that. Especially not after we just did the mock draft. I'll be like, it'll be like another 30 minutes.
Was
of
that
this.
time period when Carlito and Chris Masters came in?
Yeah.
I remember that time period. I was so hyped for those two guys. I really was. Like, I fell into like the whole Master Lock challenge and stuff.
That was pretty fun.
And I like Carlito just coming out spitting in people's faces. I really like that stuff. So
Yeah, spitting people's faces. That's fun.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Jamal. There's no way I can do top 5 matches off the top of my head like that.
Yeah.
My brain's already fried from the draft.
But final question coming to us from I'm going to say Life is Good. It's LPHISGOOD. So Life is Good. Or
LPH is good.
LPH is good. That could be one way. Yeah. Saying, hey guys, so the NWO is now 20 years old. What are some of your favorite NWO moments, and were you Team Hollywood or Wolfpack? And once you're WNS for life.
I mean, one of the most iconic moments in wrestling, not just favorite NWO moment, is when like Hogan's revealed as like the third member.
Yeah.
That's craziness right there.
That really was. I remember when Sting joined the Wolfpack, I was kind of like, what is he doing? Oh my God. You know, he's turned on WCW. He's joined the NWO. Yeah, I remember them doing the NWO sold out pay-per-view. They had their own shtick. Just a lot of moments from NWO. I just remember like every match had a run in or something. Like no match would ever end clean. And it was always kind of a shock to see who was going to join next. It was like, oh my gosh, they're taking everybody. Everyone's joining the NWO. But once they had the split, I was Wolfpack, and the NWO just basic black shirt with the red logo. That was actually the first wrestling T-shirt I ever owned. I got it as a Christmas gift.
I'm trying to think of what's my first. I think I was black and white, just because I was like, I thought there was like they tried to load up the Wolfpack with too many cool guys.
Yeah.
I was like, there's not enough goons on this squad.
Well, when they did the LWO, was it Latino World Order when they did that?
Yeah.
It ran like concurrently with NWA still being there.
Yeah.
I
It was
think.
like, they split up, and then after a few months, they were like, oh, well, we're also going to do the LWO. That was Eddie Guerrero and all them.
I don't.
Like, hey, we're tired of being overlooked.
Have any moments because I wasn't a WCW person.
Loser.
What is the first wrestling? That's an interesting question too. What's the first wrestling shirt you ever owned? I gotta think mine was like a Hogan shirt from like way back in the day. I would be shocked if it wasn't a Hogan shirt from when I was little.
Like I remember I was very little, and you know how they had the underpants for kids that had the cartoon characters and stuff like that.
Underoos.
I remember. Yeah, sure. I think. But
I think
I
that's
had
the brand.
Yeah, or Fruit of the Loom or something like that. Anyways, they printed pictures of the things on there, and I think I had a pair of wrestling underpants.
I want to say my first shirt was a Stone Cold Steve Austin shirt.
What?
I know I had the original like 316 or whatever, but
Nice.
I know that I sure as hell had to have had one when I was a kid, and I would bet it would be Hogan.
Good stuff.
Brother.
So there you go. So that's going to do it for us this week. Make sure to submit your questions on our YouTube channel, WNS Video, also our Facebook page, WNS Podcast. Check us out on WrestlingNewsSource.com and WrestlingNewsSource.com on Facebook. Subscribe to our show on iTunes by searching Wrestling News Source Podcast.
We're on Stitcher, Beyond Pod, Player.fm. Just search Wrestling News Source Podcast to find all of us.
At WNS Podcast, at WNS_Daniel, at Tyler_Abear.
There you go. So that's going to do it for us this week for the podcast crew. I am Daniel Heron.
I'm Abear.
I'm Doug.
And we will catch you all next week.
Later in the week than normal.
Yes.